Okay guys, welcome back. We're now going to take a look at complex imaginary numbers, and that's going to be covering problems number 19 through 29. Okay, so let's begin with number 19. We have negative 8i plus negative 7 minus 6i minus 5i. The way we do this is that this is all plus addition and subtraction. So we are going to add the real part of the complex numbers together. So this is the real part. And then the imaginary parts will be added together separately. So negative 8i, negative 6i, and negative 5i, those are all going to be put together. So if we go ahead and take a look at 19, the only real part we have is negative 7. And then negative 8i minus 6i, that's going to be negative 14i minus 5i will be negative 19i. And you're done. So easy peasy, right? Let's take a look at 20. We have 2 minus 6i plus negative 8 minus I. Again, this is addition, so this is really easy. This is just 2 minus 6i minus 8 minus I. You're going to group your real numbers together, so 2 and negative 8. That's going to give you negative 6. And then negative 6i minus I will give you the negative 7i. And you're done. Now, this is a what if question. What if instead of addition you are given, so this is not on the study guide, but you do need to know how to do these. If it was like this, minus negative 8 minus I. Well, in this case, what you do is you must distribute that negative. So this is 2 minus 6i plus 8 plus I. And then you gather all of your like terms. So 2 plus 8, that's 10. Negative 6i plus 1, that's negative 5i. Just make sure you're able to do either addition or subtraction for these, okay? Take a look at number 21. Let me close this off. So for 21, we have negative 5 minus 3i minus 2 plus 4. All right. So this one, let me just take a quick look here. All right. So we have negative 5. Let's just break this apart. This is negative 5 minus 3i minus 2 plus 4. That is going to give me negative 5 minus 2, that's negative 7. Oops. Yeah, that's negative 7. Sorry, negative 7 plus 4. That's going to give me negative 3. So that's the real part. And then I'm left with minus 3i. Okay? So just make sure you bring all the real parts together and then all the imaginary parts together separately. Number 22, we have a division problem. Now, remember, a fraction is nothing more than a division problem. The thing with imaginary number, the imaginary number I, is that we cannot have it in the denominator. So we have to rationalize this just like we rationalize square roots. So we're going to multiply by I over I. Remember, that is just multiplying by 1. And you're going to be left with 3i in the numerator, which is perfectly fine. And in the denominator, you're going to have 9i squared. Now, whenever you see an I squared, make it a negative 1. So negative 1 times 9, that's negative 9. And we have a 3i in the numerator. And then we reduce our fraction, dividing by 3. So we're going to have 1 over 3, and it's negative. Put it wherever you like for this. You could put the minus sign on top, on the outside. It doesn't matter, or in the bottom, in the denominator. it'll be negative I over 3. So number 23, let's take a look. We have negative 6 over 2I. Once again, we have that I in the denominator we need to get rid of, so we're going to rationalize it. This is going to give me negative 6I in the numerator and then 2I squared in the denominator. Remember, if wherever you have an I squared, that becomes negative 1. So negative 1 times 2, that's negative 2. And we have negative 6I. And negative 6 divided by negative 2 is a positive 3, and you're left with just 3I. Let's take a look at 24. We have 8 over 8I. So once again, we're going to multiply by I over I. This is going to give me 8I over 8I squared. Well, I squared is just negative 1. Negative 1 times 8 is negative 8. And you have 8I over negative 8. The 8's are going to cancel, and it's going to be just negative I that's left. Okay? Moving on to the other side of the page, number 25. Here we have, give me just a second, negative 3 over negative 2I. Once again, we have to rationalize it. This is going to give me negative 3I over negative 2I squared. Remember, I squared is just negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2, and you'll be left with negative 3I over 2. Number 26, 1 over 3I. Again, let's get rid of that I in the denominator. This will give me I over 3I squared. I squared is just negative 1. So that number 26 is negative I over 3, or I over negative 3. Does not matter how you write it.